It's okay. You can send it to me today. All right.
Who, ma'am? Who, ma'am?
I think Anaya, but it's okay. You can send it to me today.
Yes, ma'am. I'll send it to you by today. I've done the test. I just forgot to send it to you because I had the class last evening.
Okay, that is not a problem. It's all right. Send it to me today. Today we are going to start with the revision of the ninth chapter. Okay, the revision of the ninth chapter, that is simple interest and compound interest. Okay. Now, when we talk about interest, okay, can anyone tell me what does it mean? Interest? What is interest?
Ma'am?
Yes, Edward.
Ma'am, like when you pay some amount of money to the bank, ma'am,
Hmm.
and then in some amount of years, they'll pay you a little more.
Okay. Yes, that is quite right. What happens is when we are keeping our money with the bank, okay, when we keep our money with the bank, okay, for a fixed period of time, all right, in the form of deposit, okay. This is Mr. A, okay. This is bank, okay. Now he wants to deposit his money to the bank, okay. He deposits his money to the bank. Let's say rupees 1 lakh. Okay, 1 lakh he is depositing in the bank. For how much time? Let's say for 1 year. Okay, for 1 year. So now, after the completion of 1 year, and the interest rate the bank is giving is 10%. Okay, 10%. So after this 1 year is completed, bank will give to Mr. A. Bank will give to Mr. A how much? Rupees 1,10,000. 1,10,000. Okay. Now this total amount, this is known as the amount. Okay. Amount. Okay, which is the sum of principal plus interest. Okay. This is the sum of principal and interest. Now this 10,000. Okay. Okay, I can just write it over here. Principal is how much? 1 lakh. Okay. And interest is how much? 10,000. Okay, so this is known as the principal amount, okay? P, the original amount that we deposit with the bank, okay? And the money that we gain on it, okay? It is a fixed percentage, the money that we gain on it after we are making a deposit for a particular time period, okay? That is known as interest. This is for 1 year, is my time period. Okay. Till here, hope it's clear to you all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Now this happened in this way where I kept the deposits in the bank. Okay. Sometimes what happens, I need money. Okay. I need money. Now it can be for any purpose. Okay. To buy a house, to buy a car, for a marriage. Okay. Family marriage can be anything. So sometimes I need the money from the bank. Okay. So the bank will
A
give
loan.
me,
Ma'am can take a loan.
yes, money that is known as loan. Okay. The bank will give me money in the form of loan. Okay. Now, suppose the bank has given me loan of rupees 1 lakh. Bank has given me loan of rupees 1 lakh. Okay. Now bank says that I will charge you interest at the rate 10%. Interest at the rate 10%. Okay. Bank is telling me after 1 year. Okay. After, like I have to pay the loan after 1 year. Okay. So 1 year is now done. Now when I will give to the bank, how much I will give? Rupees 1,10,000. Okay, rupees 1,10,000 again I will give to the bank. Why? Because this is again amount, okay, and it has this amount has two things, okay, principal plus interest. All right, the original amount principal of 1 lakh and the interest amount of 10,000. Both the things this amount has, okay, it's made up of two things: the principal amount, the original. This is the original amount and the interest. All right. Now, interest is of two types. Okay. Coming back to the interest. Okay. This is basically the concept of interest. What is interest? Now, interest is of two types. Okay. We have simple interest and compound interest. Shall I clear the screen now?
Ma'am, just a minute, please.
Okay. 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 Write it down.
Done, ma'am.
Done.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now, like I was saying, interest is of two types. One is known as simple interest, and the other one is known as compound interest. Okay. Now, what we saw, the example that we saw was of simple interest. Okay. Like how we simply calculate the interest on the principal amount. Okay. How we simply calculate the interest on the principal amount. Okay. That is simple interest. Okay. The formula that we use for simple interest is simple interest is equals to PRT upon what? Anyone remembers?
100.
What
Yes,
is
interest.
PRT, ma'am? I wasn't there for the chapter actually.
Yes, PRT. P is my principal amount. Okay. R is my rate of interest. Okay. Interest rate. And T is time period. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Time period. Okay. PRT by 100. All right. Now, what we saw was simple interest. Now, what is compound interest? See, this is also a form of interest, but what happens now is that the now in compound interest, okay, suppose we have to calculate the interest of 3 years. Okay, we have to calculate the interest of 3 years. So what happens that the amount that we have, okay, that we also consider while calculating the interest of the second year as well. Okay, 1 second, let me tell you an example. Let's make an example. Suppose I have principal of 1 lakh. Okay, T 1 year. Okay, R 10%. So first we'll calculate the SI. We have to calculate the CI, compound interest of 3 years. Okay. So what we can do, first year, it becomes how much? The interest calculated with PRT by 100, 1 lakh into 1 into 10, 100, 10,000. Okay. Now for the second year, okay, second year, what will be the principal? Not 10,000. The principal will be, um, the principal will not be 1 lakh. The principal for the second year, the principal amount, the fee, is going to be 1 lakh 1,000. Okay, 1 lakh 10,000 into 1 into 10 by 100. Okay, so what principal we will get? Calculate and tell me. 11,000. Okay, now for the third year, okay, same thing you're going to do. You will add this amount to the principal of the second year, okay, the interest amount, and then calculate the interest on it. This is known as compounding. Okay, third year, what will be the principal of third year? Anyone? Principal of third year?
Ma'am, 121,000. 1,21,000.
1,21,000. Why? Because it's accumulated. Okay, in 1,10,000 we are adding the interest that we gained to make it the principal for the third year. So this thing happens. This is known as what? Compounding. Okay. Now, what are the benefits of of this compounding? Is that it will give us more interest. Okay, compounding will give us more interest. Okay. If you see in simple interest for all the 3 years, the interest is calculated that will remain the same. Okay. If it was in this question, in the simple interest, I would have done it for 3 years. Okay. Same formula. The first thing, this part remains the same. Okay. For the first year, it remains the same. Okay. If I would go with the SI, the simple interest, then for all the 3 years, I would gain an interest of 10,000. Okay. 10,000 first year, 10,000 second year, and 10,000 third year. But when I'm doing compound interest, what interest am I gaining? 10,000, 11,000, and 12,000. Okay, that way I'm gaining. It is increasing. More interest I'm gaining, right? So that is the benefit of compounding. Okay, compound interest. Now, this compounding is done in 3 time periods. Okay, in 3 different durations, this compounding is done. like different banks or different organizations, they use different like some use the different durations, okay, according to their company policy. Okay. So some may use duration for 1 year. Okay. That every 1 year I will do compounding. Okay, this compounding process I will do to check out the interest in every 1 year. Some people they take 6 months. Okay, every 6 months this compounding process is done. Okay, to check the interest. All right. Some people do it every 3 months. Okay, that is known as what?
Quarterly.
Quarterly. Quarterly. Okay. So some people do it annually. Okay, some people do it half yearly,
Ma'am,
every 6 months. Yes, Edric.
and most of the people do it half yearly.
Most of the people do it half yearly. Yes, and most of the people do it annually as well. Okay, and some people do it quarterly. Okay, so all the three types of questions we have in the chapter. Now, to you can say make this like it's a long process. Suppose if we have 5 years, 6 years, every single year we have to keep calculating the CI. So to cancel that out, to like remove that long procedure, they have given us some formulas which we can directly put and calculate the compound interest. Okay, they've given us some formulas that we can apply to calculate the compound interest. Let's see them.
Ma'am, P into R by 100 is it P into R by 100 raised to the power like,
M. Yes, Anaya, that's right. Okay, so in this finding the compound interest, there are two steps. Okay, we have two steps. Okay, first is find out the amount. Find amount. What is amount? I've just told you. Okay, it's the sum of principal and interest. Then second, find CI. Find CI. Okay, that is the second step. All right. Now, compound interest, like I said, is of three types. Okay, write down till here, and then I'll do a fresh page and explain you all the formulas. Okay,
done writing, ma'am.
done writing.
Done, ma'am.
Done.
Yes, fine, done.
Okay, Simeon.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Compound interest, like I said, has three durations. Okay, we have compounded annually, compounded half yearly, and compounded quarterly. Okay, compounded quarterly. So we have one formula that remains the same in all the three things, but it changes according to the duration. Okay, the formula that we got changes according to the duration. Okay, so now we are finding the amount. Okay, amount equals amount A. Okay, equals to principal. Okay, 1 plus r by 100 raised to the power n. Okay, raised to the power n. All right. N is the number of years that is given to us, that will be given to us in the question. Okay, N is the number of years given to us in the question. Okay, now look very carefully. We are doing the formula for half yearly. A amount equals to principal 1 plus.
R by
Now,
2.
we only have to find the half part. Okay, we are doing compounding only for the half yearly. Okay, so this rate we will divide by 2. Okay, rate we will divide by 2. R by 2 by 100 raised to the power
2n.
2n. Okay, why? Because in a year there are two half parts, okay, of 6 months, right? In a year there are two parts, okay, of 6 months each. Okay, so we will do 2n. All right, in the power n is number of years. Okay, then quarterly we have, okay, A equals to P 1 plus R by 4 by 100.
The
Why
power of
R by 4?
n. Ma'am, because there are 4 quarters in years. 4 periods of 3 months in a year. 4 threes are 12.
Yes, that is right. Because in a year we have four parts of like months, okay? Three each, okay? Like 3 months, okay, one part, then 3 months second part, 3 months third part, and 3 months fourth part. Okay, so we do R by 4 raised to the power 4n. Okay, now this is the first step. Okay, I was telling you first step. Okay, so this is the first step in finding your CI. Okay, now second step in finding the CI. This remains the same in all three. Okay, now what I said is, what is amount? Okay, it's the sum of principal and interest. So what will be interest? What will be CI? CI will be amount minus principal.
Excuse
Amount minus
that is
principal.
compound interest, right?
Yes, CI means compound interest.
Okay.
Okay. Amount minus principal. Like I said, that what is amount is made up of what? Principal plus interest, right? So when we have to find out this interest, what I will do, this plus ka principal, I will take to the other side. Okay. It becomes amount minus P to get the interest. So that logic is applicable here. Okay. We will have CI equals to A minus P. Okay. Now this step is there in all the three. Okay. The step remains the same in all the three. Here also we do CI equals to A minus P, and here also CI equals to A minus P. After we have the A, that is amount, we will subtract from that amount the principal, okay? We will subtract the principal from it and we'll obtain the compound interest. All right, we'll obtain the compound interest. Compound interest means CI, okay?
Ma'am,
A. Yes, Andrew.
ma'am, is that two-step problem?
Yes, these questions have two steps. Amount, okay?
Ma'am,
R
can you
is,
find it in one step? Can you find it in one step, ma'am?
can we find it in one step? We'll see, Edric, but mostly this is broken down into two steps and found out.
Is there a way to find it in one step? Is there any way to find it in one step?
Is there any way? I'll check. Okay, I'll see if I can solve it in one way, in any one way. Okay, and then I'll tell you. Yeah, rate of interest. Then we have n number of years. Okay, P is my principal. Okay. So hope the formulas are clear to you all. Compounded, all the three parts compounded annually, half yearly, and quarterly. And what is compounding? Hope that those parts are clear to you all. Any doubts till now in the concept?
No, ma'am.
Zara, hope you're understanding
A little.
little bit. It's okay, Zara. Even if you're getting it a little bit right now, it's okay. All right, it's not a problem. But you will be able to understand it better. Like let's practice. Okay, you will be able to understand it better. Okay, this is like a bit slightly complicated chapter, but it's okay. We will do it, work on it. Okay. Now, I always prefer to clarify the concept. Like whenever I'm taking the revision class of the science chapter, I prefer that we go from the basic, okay? So that it can be set in your mind that how this is working, how it works. All right. So both the simple interest and the compound interest, how it works. Okay. In this chapter, we have a lot of questions on compound on calculating the SI, simple interest, calculating the CI, compound interest. Then we have questions where you have to calculate
The difference
simple,
between SI and CI.
the difference between SI and CI. Yes, that is there. Okay, then you have to calculate
The
amount is
principle.
given,
The principle.
principal you have to calculate. Then amount, principal, and time is given, rate you have to
Ah.
calculate. Or we have questions where amount, principal, rate are given, so N you have to calculate. Okay, such type of questions we have in the chapter. Okay, but the formula it remains the same. Okay, we just shift it a little bit to find the missing values. All right, this original formula, these are the original formulas. These remain the same. We just shift them a little bit to find out the missing values. Okay, so we have time period. We have the missing value questions, and then at the end, we have the questions where we have to find out the difference between compound interest and simple interest. Okay, so we, in that case, where we have to find out the difference between compound and simple interest, we calculate the simple interest. Okay, then we calculate the compound interest with the original formula, SI with the SI formula, PIT by 100, and CI with these formulas. Okay, we calculate them both, then we subtract the SI from CI and then find the difference. Okay, that is what difference is. All right. So, do you all want me to do like one question from every concept, like in the next upcoming two classes?
Yes, ma'am. No, only one question, not two. Only one question.
I'm planning to take one question so that a revision can be done with you guys. Samin and Aya, good with you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So, let's try out one question from the. Shall I clear the screen right now?
Yes.
Okay. Let's try out one question from the simple interest right now. Okay, I'll show you how we will get simple interest questions. Question says this. A person borrowed rupees 1200 from bank for a period of 2 years. From bank for a period of 2 years at the rate of interest (10% annual). Calculate interest. Okay. So principal, I have 1200. Okay, borrowed 1200. We can see this line and understand that principal is 1200. Okay. Then rate we have 10% and time we have 2 years. We can put the formula SI equals to PRT.
Ma'am, is it 240?
Is it 240? Yes, I took it's 240. 1200 into 10 into 2 by 100. Okay. Cancel. 12 to the 24 and 0 to 40 rupees. Okay. Interest is rupees 240. Okay, so this person will pay interest of 240 to the bank. Now, suppose if I had to also calculate the amount, in some questions you have calculate amount. So amount is equals to P plus interest. Okay, P is how much? 1200. Interest is how much? 240. So amount will be how much?
Ma'am, 1440.
What again?
1440.
1440. Yes, 1440. 1440. Okay, that is right. We have the amount. Okay, 1440. All right. So this is how we will calculate SI, simple interest. Okay, got it?
Done writing, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am,
Done
done.
right. Done writing. Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Check out this another question. How much amount should I deposit in a bank so that after 2 years at a rate of 8%, after 2 years at a rate of 8%, 8% annual, I should get rupees 128 as interest. Okay. So in this question, if we look at it carefully, what we have the rate of rate. My board disappeared. Give me a minute. Okay, hope you're able to hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll just write the question in short. Okay, you can find it in the textbook. All right, this is example 9.3. 9.3. Okay, we have time period 2 years. 2 years. Okay, rate of interest, that is ROI, is given to us how much? 8% annual. Okay, 8% annual. Okay, now it says that interest is also given to us. Okay, how much? Rupees 128. So the question is telling us that what amount should I deposit in the bank that after 2 years on at the rate of interest 8%, I will get rupees 120. Okay, what amount should I deposit that after 2 years on at the rate of 8% annual, I will receive rupees 128, okay, as interest. So
Is it
how much?
960?
Yes,
Ma'am, is it 960?
is it 960? The answer that they are getting is 8,000. Okay, but wait, let's move on to the answer. Okay, so now 128 is the interest. Okay, so the question is asking us what? How much amount should I deposit? The how much amount that they originally deposit is known as principal. Okay, principal. So what's the formula? SI equals to PRT by 100. PRT by 100. Okay, we have the SI, we have the I. Okay, this is 1280. Okay, I think that is misprint in the question. It's 1280. Okay, 1280 equals to P. I don't know. Okay, so write P as it is into rate. Okay, 8 into time. How much? 2 pi.
Ma'am, is it 800?
800. Yes, Hendrik, I think so.
800 or
Okay,
8,000? 8,000.
it's getting like 8,000 here, but let's solve and see. Okay, is it 800 or 8,000? Okay, now, like I said, the formula, original formula remains the same. Okay, and the values we shift, the numbers we shift. Okay, those things we shift. So 1280 and 800 are in like in divide, but it will come in multiplication when we will move this, when we will take this 1280 on this side and we will bring P on this side. Okay, that's what we are going to do. So it becomes principal equals to 8 into 2 divided by 1280 into 100. 1280 into 100 cancel.
Yes, ma'am, got it, ma'am, it's 8,000.
It's 8,000, yes. 25. Okay. Okay. This thing also, it's a reciprocal that takes place. Okay. Since we are transferring the value, okay, reciprocal will take place first and then we cancel and find out the value. Okay. So it becomes 100 into 1280 by 8 into 2. Okay. Why is it becoming a reciprocal? Because we are bringing a value, a number from this side to this side, okay, from the left to the right side. 1280 we are bringing here. So there it was like here it comes into multiplication. Okay, there it was in divide. Here it comes into multiplication. Okay, and when it's transported in a fraction form, we do its reciprocal. Okay, its reciprocal is done. Now cancel. Now cancel and divide it. Twenty-five into 320. We have 8,000. Okay, our principal amount we have is 8,000. Got it? So now this in this question we had the interest, we had to find out the principal. Similarly, time and rate can also be found out. Okay, can also be found out the time and rate as well. Okay. In some questions you'll be given with the principal, the interest, the time. Okay, you will be given to calculate the rate and sometimes the time also. Okay, so same formula, SI equals to PRT by 100. You put the values which are given. Okay, then move them. Okay, move them to obtain the like equation in which you are finding the value of the missing thing. Okay, that is not given to you all. So we shift it and then we calculate to find out its value. Okay, hope it's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we are now meeting. Okay, no problem, Zara. You can I'll tell you what to revise today. Do the introduction of simple interest, page 141, then check out 142 and 143. Okay, check out till page 143, 141, 2 and 3. Okay, that is for simple interest. Now we'll be meeting tomorrow. Okay, we'll be meeting tomorrow to practice out some more questions. Okay, from the today try out questions. Also, I want you all to try out questions where you have to find out the rate and the time period. Okay, of simple interest. Compound interest we'll do tomorrow. Okay, of simple interest. Try to find out those. Tomorrow, we'll do questions on compound interest. We'll try one question. So that's it for the class today. See you all then. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Bye. Okay, Edric. See you tomorrow.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.